Yeah. Okay, here we go. Ah, wow, look at that light coming in. There we go. That was a little too much light. Okay. Ah, Monday the 21st. Ah, holiday week, lots going on, lots of craziness. Regardless of whether we're participating or not, or to what level, there's a lot of craziness, a lot of energy swirling around. People are rushing this week, trying to get everything done, food shop, all these things. And, you know, this is even more important for us to come to center and just reset ourselves so that we can handle the week in a better way.
And
so I know you both.
We have the conjunction of the planets.
Oh, and I was watching it this morning, by the way. I
did?
Yes, I'll send you the link when we after class. I was watching; it was fascinating. Yeah. So, and we've got the winter solstice, you know, and there's the two planets aligning, the conjunction, all these different things going on. And so, but right now, for the next hour, we're just going to be right here, very present. And you two have a beautiful candles going, so we're going to fix our gaze on those or something else that's in front of us. So just feel your feet together, hands in prayer posture. Bring your thumbs into sternum. Make sure your thumbs are touching your sternum. That's a beautiful point to calm the system. And relax the hands. And now here you go. I want you to fix your gaze. If you have the candle like Victoria does, I want you to take your eyes and fix your gaze on the candle itself. If you don't have the candle in front of you, and yours is behind you, just fix something else in front of you. It doesn't matter what it is. Just grab your attention on something. I'm on a little piece of knottiness in the wood, a little wood grain in my shutter. I've got a fixed gaze on that. And just hold that gaze. Turn the palms over. Feel heart center soften and open, and continue to hold the gaze. Just hold it for a moment. We're training the mind to stay on a fixed point, giving the mind a job to do so it doesn't wander off into thought. And begin the breath. Inhale through the nose, hot, audible. Exhale through the mouth. Let your mind hear that hot, audible exhale. Hold the gaze, training the mind. Relax the hands. Bend both knees. Step out with a flat, empty foot. Notice my foot is empty. I could take it away. And then sink into that left empty leg. Filling up both legs. Side to side, just let the body unravel, however it needs to go right now. Just unraveling. First we side to side, and then we go right into a little bit of forward and backwards. Catch the momentum. You know this one. Just rocking forward to bubbling wells, back to the heels. Back and forth. Keep rocking. Feel like you're lulling yourself into a state of calm. Feel the way the floor is pressurizing the bottoms of your feet, stimulating, opening up those energy gates, your two bubbling wells, your energy gates to earth energy. Back to Wu Qi. Feel the sky hook and the top of the head, crown chakra, pulling your head up. Chin comes in, spine elongates. Feel your sacrum anchoring straight down into earth, opening up this area, which is gate of life. So your posture looks like this. Slight bend in the elbows, slight bend in the knees. This is the 5 bows. The spine is the first bow. When we tuck the pelvis, when we let the pelvis sink, It's not a tuck, it's just a sinking. That's your first bow is the spine, and then the knees, the elbows are your other 4 bows. Arguably though, there's a 6th bow, and that's your smile, an inner smile. So even if you don't make a smile, imagine just this smiling energy in the body. Hold Wu Chi, just balance, ground into earth, rise and root, we say. The body needs to move, let it move a little bit. My body's just ready to go. I'm ready to do whole body breathing. But let's tap, and first, before we go into whole body breathing, remember, use the palm of your hand, cup it a little bit, down the inside, up the outside, shoulder blade. Tapping, opening up stagnant energy that may be blocking us. Come across, other side, down the inside, up the outside. Don't forget shoulder blade. Use your other hand if you have to help yourself get to it. Armpit. Massage, really massage there. Open up those lymph nodes. Armpit down to waist. Drum the ribs. Vibrate the internal organs underneath it. Come across, thymus thump. And then get those little lymph nodes underneath the collarbone. And I recently found out in Chinese medicine, these little lymph nodes over here, especially right where the collarbone sort of meets the shoulder, is lung. Those are lung points. So this is a great thing, especially with COVID and everything else going on, winter months. This is activating your respiratory system. These are lung points. So not only are you opening up the lymph nodes by massaging them, but we're also helping our lungs. So if you find a little one that feels funky or something, stay on it, make little circles. And it should feel better after you circle it a bunch of times. And also, if we leave this area after class, revisit it if it's bothering you. You could be sitting watching TV or at your desk, reading on the computer, and you can still work those points. And let's just end with a little bit of vagus nerve massage, just stroking down the center line of the vagus nerve. And other side, armpit. Whichever side you did, don't worry, just do the other one. Working the other side. Ribs. Dantian. Snap it. Dantian you can't get to with the palms, it's hard, so I use my fingertips and I just snap. Then gentle fists. Kidneys and adrenals. Always rub afterwards. They love a little bit of rub. Sacrum. And legs. Don't forget Achilles heel. Little extra on the knees if they're bothering you at all. Take your time. Whenever you're done, come back up. You can end with a little bit of tapping. I do a gentle drum on the hip bones, the 2 little hip bones you've got here. Just a little bit of tap right there. And then back to Wu Chi. Good. A little bit more opening of the lymph nodes and detoxifying with a little bit of bounce. Remember, inhale, exhale through your nose quickly, fire breath. That warms, you'll feel the body heating up. And you could time it with the bounce. Inhale, exhale, quickly through the nose. Back to Wu Chi is in through the nose, exhale, hot audible through the mouth. Really just letting everything go after the bounce. So here we go, bounce. Back to Wuchi. Let the body settle in. That's a good one to do at night, by the way. We don't tap the heels at night because that sends the energy up, but just doing the bouncing part at night really shakes off energy that you may have accumulated during the day, or even if you have a rough spot during your day, shake it off. Shake it off. Do it right in the middle of the day. And then next one more. On this one, just a few times tap the heels. Again, we only tap the heels in the morning, and just 2 or 3 times randomly. More relaxed this time, even more. Let the muscles go. Really let it go. Like a piece of spaghetti just came out of the water. And back to Wuchi. Check in, see how you feel. Let the body unravel, unwind. I just let myself go here. The body just wants to reset itself. We're just giving it the tools to do it. And right from here, let's just look, my body just automatically wants to go into whole body breathing. It just wants to use the breath to connect mind and body, which is what we're doing here. Hands right in front of lower dantian, which is 2 inches below the belly button. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, hands come apart. Exhale, they come together. Fingers to wrists, super soft, gentle, relaxed. Breathe with your whole body. Feel everything open, then everything close. Ride on the speed and the rhythm of your own respiratory rate. Show you from the side. Notice my whole body is involved. My pelvis is moving, my knees are moving, my spine. Everything is moving. I'm breathing with my whole body. I'm one big lung, trying to get everything to move in unison. One part moves, all parts move. That's the Tai Chi principle. And we use it in Qigong as well. One part moves, all parts move. One part stops, all parts stop. That's what we're doing here, except we're not making any abrupt stops or pauses. We're just inhaling. When the inhale's done, my hands switch gears and they start moving to the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Use the breath to link the mind with the body. You know, when we're doing some of these simpler Qigong movements, like this whole body breathing, right? It's very simple. We're really just syncing up the mind with body in this one. You can use that fixed point that we talked about earlier. You can keep your gaze on the fixed point when we're doing these simple ones. When we're doing more complex ones, it's a little bit harder to do that. But for this, I noticed I'm doing it myself. My gaze is fixed right now. It's just keeping me very centered, very present. And then let go of that fixed point, because now we're going to do spinal cord breathing. Look up, chest up. And then exhale, round the back, sink the chest, tuck the pelvis. Exhale. You have that C curve, and look at the C curve I've got going here in my body. Use a mirror at some point if you need, if you're not sure you're doing it right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Open, look up, chest up. Exhale, round the back, sink the chest, tuck the pelvis. And keep going. Go at the speed and the rhythm of your own breath. This is pure spinal cord health. So good for your vertebrae, all the nerves around the spine, all of it, getting the spine to move in this manner. This is 2 of the 4 ways for spinal health, 4 movements. Here's 2. The other 2 are going to be gazing at the moon. One more of these. Then round, exhale, round the spine. From this posture, go right into gazing at the moon. Now we're twisting on the center axis of the spine. If you want to pigeon toe your feet slightly, I find that that takes a little pressure off my knees for the twisting. If you don't, that's fine too. Just make sure the toes are not pointing out, that they're at the very least parallel, the feet. So parallel or slightly pigeon-toed, but toes not out. They'll torque your knees a little bit if you do that. And just feel this sensation. Another way to do this, just watch me for a moment, is putting the hands right here. If you don't want to lift your arms, here's another way to do it. Look at my hands. They're just staying right here, and I'm twisting on the center axis. Just try this one for a moment. This is another version of it. I've got several that I do. I'm getting at the spine the same way. Twisting on the center axis.
Are you turning as much as you possibly can to the side?
I am, but I'm not forcing. Great question. Yes. I'm turning. Yes, I'm turning as far as I can comfortably without forcing myself. Because remember, in Taoism, there's the 70% rule. You know,
Right.
I'm comfortable. So like right here is very comfortable. If I pushed it further, it would be maybe a little too much. And so we're all going to be different, but this is going to change too. This will change over time. The more you do this one, I did not have the same twisting when I first started this one. I twist way more now, but I haven't pushed it. I just let time, and doing this over and over again. We do it every week. This is one of the ones we always do. One more. Come to center, relax the hands, and begin washboard. So inhale. Hands turn over around the neck. Exhale, push down. Yes, so let time and repetition help you so that will change. You'll twist more and more as you're doing it, but without trying. And I do notice too, though, if I pigeon toe, I do get a little bit more twist, just naturally. If my feet are straight, if they're just parallel like they are now, I may get a little bit less twist. I mean, the knees kind of, they're involved too, so they may inhibit you because you don't want to torque the knees. You don't want to feel any pressure on the knees at all.
I do though, so I need to relax them more, I suppose.
Yes, that's why I say the right in. On the next one, right into hands flowing through water. Breathe. So now that we begin doing our Qigong, now breathe through the nose, tip of tongue on roof of mouth behind front teeth. And that's pretty much how you'll remain the rest of the time. In general, we always want to breathe through the nose, not just during Qigong and Tai Chi, but in life. I heard a great line the other day. It was, the nose is for breathing, the mouth is for eating. And so we want to try to breathe through the nose as much as possible. That's the healthiest way. I was reading that many, many years ago. Mothers used to close the lips of their babies when they were in the cradle to teach them to mouth breathe.
You mean nose breathe?
Sorry, thank you. To nose breathe, thank you. They'd pinch their mouth closed when they were in the cradle. Then they do it maybe a couple times during the night so that they would nose breathe and it would become natural. So notice I've got here the weight shift. I'm also folding at the kwa. My hands are coming around the corner. Let me show you from the side. Look at my hands. Come around the corner. And notice my weight shift is the leader here, not my hands. My hands are following the weight shift. In fact, if anything, my hands are maybe a half a second behind my weight shift because they're like, oh, the body, oh, you want to go this way now. And here's my weight shift. Oh, you want to go this way. This is that silk reeling. Watch this one.
I love
out. You like that one?
I like it a lot.
Me too. This is another version of it. Same kind of thing, but we're coming lower into our stance, working the legs more. So you can do it both ways. So all I did was take a wider stance, toes out. I'm in a horse stance now, but I'm doing the same kind of motion. I know, I find this one super relaxing. From this, we're going to go right into leaf blowing in the breeze. You can keep the horse stance. And here we go. Everyone come to this direction for a moment. Watch, this way we can all transition at the same time. Push. Leave this back hand over dantian. Let the other hand come up. And leaf blowing in the breeze. Palm out through heart. Down. Palm in through heart. As I come up, I'm rising and rooting. Notice my hand is going through all three dantians. Lower, middle, and upper. It's much higher than upper dantian, but you're in the general area. It's like you're washing through all three of your energy centers. Hand should feel light. The hand is the leaf. You can come down as low as you want right there. And the only time my hand changes really is through heart center. One time it's going through heart center, the palm is out. The next time it goes through, the palm will be in. That's the only change of the hand. The rest of it, just let it go. It knows what it needs to do. The other hand can be touching dantian or hovering over dantian. Just make sure it's your palm, not your fingers, because you're making an energetic connection here. You can see how this can be very dynamic. You can do this one in a regular shoulders width stance. I chose the more dynamic one today. See how this can be? Big movements. Next time this hand is up, let it float down as the other one floats up. So see that swap? Here's the swap. This goes to dantian. Boom, right in. Beautiful transition. That's what we're looking for. Beautiful transitions flowing from one into another. Remember, palm in. And then the next one through, palm away. Next one, come down with me here. Let this hand float up. Watch what happens. Cloud hands. This is cloud hands out of our Tai Chi form, but we're just making it into a repetitive Qigong. Cloud hands is also called outside parry because I'm blocking a strike from the outside. My block is going to the outside. So it's not the strike really, that's from the outside, but my block is an outside block. Outside. Outside. I'm doing this in a rather wide stance to work my legs too. Watch this beautiful transition from outside block, right? Here's a block, here it's coming. The strike is here, outside block. Come over here, inside block or inside parry. There's a strike coming right at you from the inside and you're blocking it, blocking it, blocking it. Make sure the bottom hand stays awake too though. The bottom hand is blocking a kick to the groin. Top hand is blocking a straight on punch to your center line. Notice I'm still taking I've got a little wider than shoulders width stance. Shifting the weight, shifting. This is inside parry. Cloud hands is outside parry. Relax into it.
I just realized something, Allie. My knees were hurting a bit, and so I moved my body, my tailbone back a bit, and it made a difference.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
You mean, when you say back, what do you mean?
Well, I think when I started this one, I was slightly leaning forward, and I realized my knees were hurting, so I moved my tailbone back a little bit. I moved my body back a little bit, and then the pain stopped.
Great. So here's my side posture.
Yes. But I think I was leaning forward.
Right. Okay. That would hurt the knees. Definitely. That makes absolute sense. Nice adjustment.
It was a realization on my part that that's what I was doing.
And hands back in. Fists right at hip bones. Breathe. Hold posture. I'm in horse stance. Look at I'll show you nice and close. My sacrum is down, anchor, down. This is the sacrum up. Look at my lower back. That's my gate of life closed. Sacrum down. Look at lower back. Gate of life open. See how that's all in alignment? That's the posture that you want in horse stance. That's the posture you want all the time. But in particular, you've got to pay attention in horse stance to hold that posture. Good. So arms in, elbows back, fists at hips, and we're going to punch. You know this one. Open, grab, one finger at a time. When the thumb comes in last to make the fist, push, pull. Open, grab. Notice my fingers are down, one finger at a time, and push, pull. You can do this in a high, medium, or low horse stance, whatever you prefer. Work at your level. The punch, by the way, is not up high. The punch is, imagine you were punching somebody who was your height, and you're getting them right in the solar plexus. So not too high, not up here. Solar plexus. Open, grab, fingers, push, pull, open, grab, fingers, push, pull, open, grab, fingers, push, pull, open, grab, fingers into fist, push, pull. One more, open, grab, fingers into fist, and bring it in. Good. Open the hands now. From the same spot, hips, open the hands. And we're going to go right into, boom, here we go. Straight out from solar plexus. My hand is in line with my own solar plexus. I'm skimming the lake. Out to the side, right here, hand in alignment with my side. I fly overhead and back to the nest. This is swallow skims the lake. You've got two swallows here. My other swallow comes out. Remember, solar plexus, skims the lake, out to the side, flies overhead, feel the stretch here, and back to the lake, back to the nest. Out, skim the lake, overhead, back to nest. Other one, skim the lake, flies overhead, back to the nest. And now try to make it a little more rhythmic. You don't have to go particularly fast. Go at your own speed, but just try to make it fluid. Now we want to make it fluid. First, when we talk it through, we break it down, but then our goal is to make this nice and fluid without any breaks or pauses. Just let it fly. Relax into it. This is such a beautiful, dynamic Qigong. Feel the stretching in the body. Wait for one to come back to the nest before you let the other one shoot out. Breathe. This is dynamic movement. Don't forget to breathe. One more. As you come over and slowly take your time. I'm always waiting for everyone to get back to the nests. Good. Excellent. Last one we're going to do in horse stance. Hold that posture, and then we're going to come out of it and do a little bit more gentle Qigongs. But we're going to do bend bow, shoot arrow. I love this one. Forearms together. It's hard to see on this film, on this video, that my forearms are together, so I'll just see a sea of black here. And come down. So I'm in high horse stance, rise and root. High, low horse stance, or middle is enough. And then pull. Feel this. One arm is pulling back, shoulder notch, fist at shoulder notch. One finger zen. One finger zen. Look through here. Look right through. Bend the wrist first and then do it. And this should be comfortable. This will get lower with time too. Come up, high horse stance, and shoot. Feel that pulling in different directions, splitting energy sensation. Come up. Again, I was higher in my horse stance. I've come lower with time. Come up. Just let time bring you lower in this one. Also, make sure you're not this way. This is common. Or this. No, 50-50. Come up. Exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale, come into the posture. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Inhale, up. Rise. Exhale, root. Couple more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, root. Inhale, rise. Exhale, root. Last one. Look through the finger. You can look through that little crevice between the thumb and the index, or you can look right through the index finger as a point. And come up. Hands relaxed. Slowly walk the feet in, toes, heels, toes, heels. Easy does it. Back to very comfortable, parallel foot. Check your feet, make sure they're parallel. Shoulders width. And we do a little bit of Tai Chi ruler right here. Right here. Little circle. We're going to make it into a bigger one in a little while, but right now we're just going to do a little circle. Imagine there's a clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Depends on which way you're looking at it. Just feel that Tai Chi ruler. Relax into this one. Relax. Make it bigger. Inhale. Exhale. Same kind of circle, clock, just making it a bigger circle. Let the whole body move however it needs to. The body's going to move. Notice my pelvis is coming forward in space as I go up. As I come down, my pelvis goes back in space. Pelvis forward, pelvis back as I come down. Pelvis forward on the way up, pelvis back on the way down. This is the microcosmic orbit. This is the way the energy spins and circulates on the human body. It goes under perineum, up the spine, over the head, and down the front. Up the spine. The hands, look how my hands are showing me where the energy is. Overhead is here, down the front is here. The energy is close into my body. I'm just using my hands to show where the energy is on my body. Relax the hands, go right into the first spinal Qigong. When my arms come up, it's like right here, I've got a string pulling my arms up, but my wrists do not go any higher than the top of my shoulder. So this would be too high, no higher than top of shoulder. Look how that's even there. That's as high as they go. We inhale, exhale, come down, elbows, wrists, fingers. Inhale. Look how my fingertips come up, and then everything comes down, elbows, wrists, fingers. Show you from the side. Inhale. Pelvis comes under. Exhale, pelvis goes back in space. Inhale, pelvis comes forward in space. The hands come over the top. Pelvis goes back in space as I come down, elbows, wrists, fingers. Turn the palms towards each other and keep the same exact motion. Just feel the difference when the palms are connected. This is kind of like what we were doing before, but notice the circle's different. But this is not the microcosmic orbit. This is the same thing. This is spinning the cauldron. This is the same motion that we were just doing this way, except we're just feeling the difference between The hands being this way, and the hands just turning and just connecting with each other. Remember, connect at the palms energetically. Connect energetically at the palms. Imagine you're holding a piece of wood or a ruler or a selenite wand. Whatever you want to imagine, you're just holding it between your hands, making this connection. Next one, let the hands settle slowly down. We never just come out of it. We always slowly, with full discipline, come back to Wu Qi in between. From here, I want you to leave one hand palm down, and I want you to bring the other hand palm up. This is heaven and earth press. You all know this one. Heaven and earth press, really press. Press up to the heavens, press down to the earth. Look at the top hand, and then after you're done looking at it, release it. And the body starts to unravel. Remember this one? Pinkies pass, pinkies kiss, right? So that's how you know where the hands are. It's not thumbs kiss, it's pinkies kiss, okay? Pinkies kiss, and then extend again. Press, heaven and earth, look up, then let go, unravel. Pinkies kiss. Extend, press, heaven and earth press. Let go. Notice I'm coiling and I'm uncoiling my body like a dragon. Anne loves dragons. Be a dragon.
Yes, I do.
You're a dragon here. Notice my pelvis is moving too. I'll show you from the side. I don't often show it, but I'm just unraveling look at my pelvis. So my pelvis is active here too. Don't just be all in the arms. Your pelvis knows what to do. Just allow it to move. So my knees and pelvis are involved. And relax the hands. I'm going to start bringing this into our classes. It's Heaven and Earth Qigong. And I'm just going to give you guys, we'll go through it just 2 or 3 times just to show it to you. And then we're going to do some mobility stuff. But come back to Wu Qi for a moment, please. Oh, and we're more than halfway, so please take a sip of tea or water. Super important. We're really detoxifying in this. Oh, I needed that. Okay. This is Heaven and Earth Qigong. I took an 18-month course in this, so it's a bit more complex, but I'm just going to give you the very simple movement for now because I'm going to slowly start layering it into our class. Just little by little. No rush. Don't have to get it all today. Not a big deal. I'll show you from both angles here. Feet shoulders width apart, parallel. I want you to keep your hands like this. Palms connecting to each other, forearms connected, parallel to each other. Bend the knees. Here we go. Bend the knees. And I want you to come up. As your knees straighten, so bend the knees, come up. Hands over. Hands come up a little bit up to the top of the head. Then they come over the head and behind the head. Right here, behind the head, they touch the occiput. Right here, they just touch. Both fingers touch. Middle fingers touch there. That's an important point. Then I just take my hands and I go over my head like this. Like I'm pulling the energy over my head. My hands come around. When my palms are in alignment with where I have my tongue on the roof of mouth, right here, they turn. And then they push down into earth, straight down my left and right channels. Then they come around, make fists, make this little locomotive. That's the whole movement. Do this again, locomotive, open palms. Make fists, come around, open the fists, down. Again, just a little preview. We're going to be slowly taking this apart. So here, come down. I want you to try to get it in the flow. Bend the knees, come down. Straighten the knees. Arms up. Don't lift your shoulders. Bring the hands behind, down, behind the head. Middle fingers touch occiput. Now scoop, bring the energy over your head. Palms in alignment with tip of tongue. Turn them. Turn, elbows up. Turn. Push down the channels, left and right channels. Fist, locomotive. Open the fists, down. Again, that's a whole revolution right there. So that's all I'm going to show you for today, but I want you to see how it looks. Watch. Inhale. Hands come. Touch occiput. Pull overhead. Turn the hands. Push down the channels. Make the locomotive. Open. Show you once from the side. Come up. Touch occiput. Pull overhead. Turn the palms. Push down the channels. It's a beautiful, beautiful Qigong. Once you get it, you could just do it like 20 times and be done for the day. Bruce Francis believes that Qigong has so much going on to it. It's a standalone. It is a standalone Qigong. So we'll work on that in the time in our weeks to come, little by little. But for now, let's get into some mobility work. I
love that one you just did, Allie. Thank you.
Oh, great. Once you learn it, yeah, I promise it's one of those Qigongs where you're like, oh, this feels so nice.
It does feel good.
Let's touch. Bring your elbows out. You got to create space so this can come in. So elbows have to come out. Pardon me, I have something in my throat. Keep going, reverse it. Reverse it. This is the reverse version. Again, letting the elbows float. Break them apart, figure eights. Pardon me. I went hiking yesterday, so I'm a little congested.
I loved your picture. I liked it on Facebook.
Thank you. It was beautiful. Diablo Canyon is beautiful this time of year. Notice 2 figure eights. Here's the outside loop. Here's the inside loop. Outside loop. Inside loop, right? This is a figure 8, right? I've got 2 going on like this. Reverse it. Outside. Inside. Add the fingers when you're ready. Wrists. Just the wrists. Reverse. You'll see how we can blow through this as we get used to this little routine. Elbows. In, in, in. Good. Out. Away from you now. Good. Feel everything just opening up. Okay. Shake it out. Now, remember, shoulder blades. Not the shoulder. This is not doing it right here. Shoulder blades. Here we go. Walk one forward. And remember, arms out. Don't bend at the elbows. Arms are out like this. Not here, not here, right here. Walk one forward. Walk the other forward. Walk, walk, walk. One at a time. There you go. Great. Making a circle. Up, forward, back, down. Up, forward, down, back. Up, forward, down, back. Walk them backwards. Again, trying to make a circle. So this one is going up, back, down, forward. Up, back, down, forward. Just reversing it. You can do this one seated at first, and it keeps the hips stationary. That's a good way to really loosen that area. But then once you feel you have it, then stand up. Ooh, and let the hips and the ribs move. Okay? There's two ways of doing that. Let that one go. You can do this one seated or standing too. So either way, you guys are standing, so let me stay standing. We're going to do the ribs. Break it down with points. Okay. Watch the elbows. Ribs back. Look at my elbows. They flare forward. Ribs forward, my elbows flare back. Ribs back, elbows forward. Ribs forward, elbows back. So just a few of these, warming up the ribs. Warming them up. Ribs moving is really important. Forward, backwards. Remember we said we do 4 points of a circle, the top, the bottom, the side, and the side. Then we make the 360. Okay, now that's this point. We did this point and this point. Now we need to do this point and this point, and then we make a 360. So let's go side to side now. Keep these stationary. Don't let this move. Side, 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 side. I use my hand to push into something. I'm telling my ribs, push into the hand. Push into the hand. There's another way to do it is here. That helps the ribs move, side, side. You may adjust. Don't be surprised. Side to side, side to side. Okay, relax. Always shake it out in between. Now, hands on ribs, just for feedback, just to give you some feedback. This tells your brain, yeah, I'm making a circle, or I'm not, I'm making a square. Now try to connect those 4 points. Forward, side, back, side, forward. Again, just connecting the 4 points that we just worked on. That's kind of the primary thing that we're doing in all of this mobility work. We're making the 4 points, and then we're trying to connect it and make it into a 360. Reverse. Think about how good this is for your inside, for your organs, not just your ribs, but all the organs underneath, and for spinal health. Okay, relax, shake it out. And I want you to do hips. Side, just side to side first, side to side. See, this is kind of a theme here where we have a side to side, and we connect into a 360. Just warming them up. All right, now this hip forward. I'm going to use my fingers. You keep your hands here or here, wherever you're comfortable, keep your hands. There's no right or wrong with the hands. I want you to be comfortable. I'm going to point where we're going. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, hip, hip back, forward. Notice I'm just making infinity sign or figure 8. This should feel so good. No, I love this one. A little different than the circles. We're getting at it more. Come to center. Now hip circles. Lead with the hips. A lot of people in this one, they lead with their head. This is lead with the hips. Ah. Notice my head is the opposite of my hips. What was that, Ann?
Adjustment.
Oh, you had an adjustment?
Yeah, but not in my hips and my neck.
Oh, that's okay. It's surprising. That's absolutely normal. Yes. Remember, when we're doing all this stuff, you're getting the secondary movements going on here too, where you just don't even realize, oh, you know, you're focused on your hips, but then a neck will adjust. Sometimes I'll get a thoracic adjustment way up my spine, and I'm like, well, wow, this is lower back stuff. Reverse it. Remember, this circling path, look how I'm just going nice and slow, is I'm allowing myself to stretch. As I come through in this circular pattern, I'm allowing this stretching to happen, but it's not a linear stretch where I'm going at it really, you know, hard, right in on it. No, I'm just passing by and saying hello. That's what I'm doing here. Should feel good. All right. Now, if you have a chair, you can feel free to use it or just sort anything to hold on to. And I want you to do ankles, circles. You could hold your leg up if you need to. You can use your hand to hold the leg. Circle one way, like 5 to 7 times. Circle the other way. Other foot. You can use your hand to hold it if you want. Hold on this way. Use my hand to brace it. Circles. If your circle doesn't look like a circle and it looks like a square, that's just a neurological breakdown between body and mind. And work on it. We'll get better. I was having that. You can do this one seated in a chair as well, where you can sit down on a couch or a chair and just stick your leg out, and you can work on these that way as well. It doesn't have to be standing. Lots of these mobility things can be seated or standing. Okay, shake out the body, cross the hands. Shoulders up, look up. Drop the shoulders, look forward. Shoulders up, look up. Drop the shoulders, look forward. Shoulders up, look up. Drop, look forward. Then from here, this is called chin glide. Forward, back, forward, back. Imagine my chin is on a table. The table is key because I'm keeping my head upright. Now, I'm still on the table. Now I'm going to glide side to side. Just try, just a little bit.
I feel like an owl.
Yes, or Egyptian. Now, just circle, easy. See what we're doing? Again, I made 4 points, forward, backwards, side, side. Now what am I trying to do? Circle. We keep trying to do circle. Reverse it. Forward, side, back, side, forward, side, back, side. Nice and slow. Good. Excellent. Okay. Cross the hands. And now traditional neck circle. Now you're letting it go. No longer is the chin on the table. This is just a big circle. One thing I want you to pay attention to though, on this one is try to feel like you're looking over a fence, meaning keep your neck extended. I'm looking over a fence. It's a different feeling. Reverse it.
Got another adjustment.
Fantastic. Two chiropractic copays right there.
That's right. I owe you.
Head to one side and cross fiber massage. We're just wrapping it up here. Cross fiber, just feel that. This is just for you. Other side, cross fiber massage. Good. hands, heat. Eyes, put the palms over the eyes. Fingers, these two fingers up the bridge of the nose, over third eye, out to the temples. Victoria can attest to this woman, Eloisa, who was in our Qigong class. She'd come in, her hands would be purple and cold. And at this point in the class, when we were doing this, her hands would be pink and warm. Rub the ears. I can't, I've got my earphones on, but pinch your ears all the way around, top to bottom. Rub with the palms also in both directions. Palms one way, palms the other way. She feels so good. Should feel good. Let the hands settle. Shake. Feel the body. Sink left, all the way left. Get the hands ready to scoop the chi. They're ready to scoop. Push off the left leg. Start scooping the chi. Bring the left foot to the right foot, back to where we started. Palms like shower heads, bathing the body in chi. You can feel this golden color, white or blue, waterfall of energy as you pass the body. When the hands come near the body, make sure to turn them towards the body. They're about 6-8 inches away. You don't have to, just feel your way. It doesn't have to be exact. You're just moving through your etheric field, and it should feel very centering and aligning. Grab some more chi. Let the hands float. Turn the palms towards the body. Close the eyes and just feel, or just even have them just a little bit open if you need for balance, but relaxed. And just feel how the hands wanding through the body creates this sense of alignment. This alone is a come to centering practice. Just this, if nothing else. Palms together. Thank you. I'm here for questions. I'm going to stop the recording.